Hey, David here. Cripes, am I glad we can finally see freedom. Still got one or two things to go, but Lord knows this island has thrown everything in the kitchen sink at us. So it reminds me of our playthrough on Dungeon Crawl Classics, but instead of an island of dreadful creatures being tossed at us, we're the mindless hordes tossing ourselves at a dungeon hoping to become a hero. We have our second part of our wacky named Nobodies hilariously hoveling through a deadly dungeon, which is now on our Patreon, so you can hear us improv as many characters as we can. Hopefully we don't have to put those character creation skills to the test with this next episode, The Boy with the Braggin Tattoo.
So on the way over here, I got stuck on the elevator coming up to Adam's place.
Oh.
No, it's not true at all. It's not true at all. That'd be an awesome intro if it was, though, wouldn't it? How?
Yeah.
You just had me nervous, man.
No, well, I think you'd know.
Yeah.
You'd realize if I wasn't in the room because I'm in an elevator.
He got buzzed in, and it's like 45 minutes later. There's sirens going off outside.
No, I was just blatantly lying. I just think it'd be really hilarious if on the night that we're supposed to record this, we couldn't because one of us was stuck in a fucking elevator somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah, the irony would be pretty overwhelming.
Just roll the microphone down there, and it'd be cool.
Be fine. Just get an extra long patch cable.
Great acoustics.
Dangle it down the shaft. You guys ever been stuck in an elevator? Or you want to make shaft jokes? I can tell by the look on your faces.
Why not both?
Great Samuel L. Jackson movie.
No one's been stuck on an elevator?
Nobody?
No, I've been stuck on an
shocking,
elevator
no.
one time.
Like,
One time.
They talked about it in like cartoons and TV shows when I was a kid. I expected it to be a lot more of a problem in my everyday life. Like quicksand.
Yeah.
Or piranhas.
Or the
None of
Bermuda
you?
Triangle.
Me,
You
I've
have?
been, me and my brother
actually?
got stuck, for like 45 minutes, pretty
45,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Got stuck with some old lady, had a nice conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about how bad the laundry room is. It wasn't that scary. It's
Yeah,
a pretty
no doubt.
old, it's an older elevator, but yeah, I didn't think I was going to like crash and die.
I feel like my fear would be related to how high up
Yeah.
it is. Like, how high up were you stuck? Were
Yeah,
you-
there's only like 3 floors in my building.
Right, so at that point, it's like, this is just an inconvenience.
Yeah.
There was this one time where I thought I was stuck in an elevator for about 10 seconds, like just long enough to kind of go into panic mode, but I realized I just forgot to hit the button for the 5th floor. So I was just standing in a fucking stopped elevator and had like a mini panic attack.
I mean, I've been in an elevator where the door didn't close correctly and it still went up, which was interesting. And I got to see like through a sliver. The stuff going up, and then it was like a little off kilter when I stepped off. But and that was a little scary, I suppose. But I was never actually ever stuck.
Well, you know who is stuck on an elevator is all your characters. And Van Richten. All stuck on this elevator. You're on the side of this 100-foot cliff. You're right there at the halfway mark, right? There's a 50-foot fall separating you from the ground, or a 50-foot climb to the top, depending on where you are, how you look at it. Up there, where Crossbow Guy is currently poking his head over the cliff, aiming a crossbow at you guys.
Couldn't leave well enough alone, could you, Crossbow Guy?
He didn't have enough. He's coming back for more. He's stopped the elevator, and he's going to pick you guys off. So I think we're starting by rolling initiative here, and we'll see how it all plays out. Try not to fall and die during combat.
So I got a 56, so I'm not in love with the guy.
Okay. Oh, man, I can't wait to...
When that one time it
Can you
happened.
imagine if that would have happened for the wolf fight? Like, that would have been it, I think.
Yeah.
That would have been enough to... Oh, my goodness.
We would have died. 100%.
Do unconscious people roll initiative?
Yeah, you do, because if he hits you again, that's when you'll make your death saves again. Oh, right.
It's true. Yeah, that's a good point. You might get shot and have to start making death saves, and at that point, we got to know where you're at in the order, I guess. So,
You know what? Fair enough.
I suppose so. But let's all get in the order here. 20 or higher?
Oh, dear.
15 or higher?
I got a 15.
17.
Nice.
10 or higher?
I got a 11.
Merlin got a 13.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Van Richten's in the 5+ club.
Ooh.
Slash
got a 4.
got a 4, huh?
Dear.
Beat by Van Richten. How embarrassing.
Welcome to the club.
How embarrassing. Right then, it looks like everybody's in initiative. Just click this button, do this thing right here. Crossbow guy beat all of you on initiative.
Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
Every last one of you. Crossbow guy coming in hot with an 18. 18 just barely beat out Lenara. But sure enough, this combat starts with Crossbow guy poking his head over the cliff. You know, he only shows as much of his body as he has to. He's got a pretty good defensive position. He brings that crossbow over the edge, kind of, leans it against the very lip of the cliff, and he's going to fire a shot off at... I think he'll go for the biggest target. Easiest to hit. So here comes a bolt, Lustra.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, man. You just missed a nat 20 by one number. It was almost a crit. I got a 19 on the dice.
Okay.
What a way to start.
That's a great way to start. It's going to be my night.
Every night's been your night, Justin.
Stop it.
Oh, man, these things hurt. Big old D10 coming at you. Big old D10. You get off with just 4 points of piercing damage, though.
Okie
That's
dokie.
not too bad. And then Crossbow guy just kind of puts his head back in a position where you can't see him.
I hate this so much.
Takes full cover while you guys are stuck on the elevator. Lenara, what do you want to do? 50-foot climb, 50-foot drop.
Lenara's going to thank her lucky stars. He didn't put us 15 feet lower. And she's just going to start saying some words, hold her hand up, and ready to finish off a ray of frost when he pokes his head.
Oh, you're ready to spell. Ready cantrip. I dig it. So that when the time comes, that'll cost you your reaction.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've really done readied actions too much yet. So
Not a
just,
whole lot.
the way that works is basically when you actually take the readied action, it does cost you your reaction. If you do a spell, it does count as concentration. But yeah, great. So you've got, which one did you say?
Ray of frost.
Ray of Frost, ready to go. So what's your trigger? You also have to give me a trigger. I'm assuming
As soon as he pops his head,
pops
to
his head
attack,
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll high.
It's 20 on the dice,
Hey.
but there's also a 1.
Lustra, he took a shot at you. You've got a bolt in your shoulder. What would you like to do?
I'm going to follow Lenara's, mentality, and I'm going to ready an attack action with my longbow, and
Okay.
same trigger. As soon as I see him, I'm firing back at him.
Fair. Oh, this guy's going to get fucked up. Puts his head over that cliff.
What's that gif of a guy walking up and getting peppered with arrows?
Right? This was a bad idea, crossbow guy. Merlin, that's going to bring it to you. What would you like to do?
Pull out my double axe, get ready to throw them when he pops his head. I don't know.
Okay.
What does an unconscious person do in this situation?
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what-
He
I'm
has
sorry.
sweet
Like you
dreams.
believe me. That was great.
Yeah, I forgot. You could have gotten away with just going.
He's
Yeah.
counting hand axes in his sleep.
I would have allowed it. You're stabilized though, right? I think do we have to panic again?
I'm breathing. I'm
How
breathing.
in
and
the
I'm-
world did
yeah.
I forget
My
about
lord.
that whole thing?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my goodness. I don't even I don't even want to talk about it.
We all
It's
just
so
blocked
stressful.
it out of our minds.
I don't know why, it's like you said in the middle of it, I tried to kill you with wolves the week before, and I wasn't that worked up, but I don't know, for some reason, like, I think it was the fact that it was a fumble. Like, I really didn't think that the first death would be because of pulling out of the fumble container. And
It was a lot. It was a fumble and then like a whole round of bad medicine checks.
Yeah, it was a comedy of errors.
It was, yeah. It really, really was.
It was a rough go.
I was stressing. I think I probably stressed more than you son of a bitch.
I'm a masochist when it comes to these kinds of things.
That's going to bring it to Tess then.
All right. We're 50 feet down?
Yeah, right in the halfway mark.
All right. And what's like, how are we being lowered down? Are we like right next to the cliff face? Is it like chains, ropes?
Yeah, you got it. It's big thick metal chains, the planks under your feet are, big old thick like oak planks. And yeah, you're hugging the wall, hugging the cliff.
Okay. Tess is gonna see the two marksmen taking shots. She's gonna be darting her eyes from Merlin to the top of the cliff, and she is going to grab onto the chain and just start trying to climb as fast as she can up to the top.
Okay.
So movement and dash.
If you dash,
as far
you
as
can
I
get all the way up. Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I think so. Right. If you dash, you've got what?
90 move speed total. And then...
Oh, not quite. You're so close, though. You're really, really close to the top.
Oh, no. He'll just pop out and, like, boot me in the forehead. But that's fine. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. If you dash, you'd...
Be 5 feet from the top.
Yeah, you'd be 5 feet away from getting up there.
I'm just going to desperately try to start climbing and get this thing moving again.
Sounds good to me. That's going to bring it to Van Richten, who, I'm not going to lie, Van Richten at this point... he's really heroic at some point, killed a wolf, but Van Richten is like, he's sweating. It looks like he's feverish. He was already in a pretty bad spot, and a few hours of what's been going on the last few hours has really not helped Van Richten's health at all. So he's not doing too good. There's sweat pouring down his face. Pretty confident he's feverish. And he's going to it looks like he sort of understands what's going on. He's like, is someone firing at us? And he's going to kind of try to take a defensive position. He's going to take the dodge action.
Good call.
Because he is struggling just to even understand what's happening at this point. You can see him really fighting to stay conscious. Slash, what do you want to do?
Slash is going to go over to Lustra and look up, and he's going to try and like go back to back with Lustra, sort of steady him. And basically I want to try and give him the aid action so that when he does finally shoot, he's hopefully got the help action to shoot.
Good call. Oh man, crossbow guy. Oh no, crossbow guy. You should really, he doesn't know what's going on. He's totally going to pop his head over the side of the cliff. And a shitload of attacks are coming at him. Let's just do it in the same order that we're in initiative. Lenara?
All right. Frosty Bolt, here we go. Ooh, that's an 18. That's a 22.
22 is very much a hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
For 6 frost damage, cold damage. And he's slowed down 10 feet if he's got to run from a monk.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh, very nice. Who else? Lustra with advantage. Longbow.
Come on. No, that's actually a miss. I rolled a 7 and a 4.
Oh my god.
That's rough. Tess, you didn't really have anything ready. Oh, so it was just 2 readied actions. Oh, I really thought he was going to get like fucking insta-killed. But somehow he's fine.
Great.
So he's going to poke his head over the cliff, see that Tess is right there.
Hello.
And, oh shoot, I think he'd have disadvantage. You're so close.
Ha!
So he's going to curse in Gundarok and fire that bolt towards Lustra. He's just going to fire over your shoulder. It is a big, fat miss. 7 to hit.
All right.
Not going to do it.
Nice.
Not going to do it, which is going to bring it. Well, he's going to, hide his head again and start Well, you know what? I mean, Tess is right there. So he's probably going to, I'd imagine he's going to get up. Tess, you probably see this happen. He gets up and he's going to run away a little bit. Like he's going to get like maybe 10 feet back so that you don't, grab him and throw him over a cliffside.
Why do you have to crush my dreams like this, Justin?
I can just see it. I can see it coming. And he can too. He's like, oh shit, there's someone right there. Maybe I should back up a little bit. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to use his movement to back out. We'll call it 20 feet. And that's going to bring it to Lenora.
I can't do much either way in 6-second intervals, so I will ready the same action.
Okay, fair enough. Lustra?
Yeah, and second verse, same as the first. So I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you guys down there you didn't really see him run away either. So as far as you know, he's about to pop his head back out. Mm-hmm. Merlin, unfortunately, still unconscious. What do you think he's dreaming about right now?
What's Merlin?
Long division.
Long division?
Oh, he is smarter now.
Pepperoni,
that's insane.
wolves, feeding wolves pepperoni. Okay, we're just going yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I tried to include you, Sobe.
I'm more imagining him
Well,
diving in.
Don't try again. No, just-
I'm imagining like a
should let
vault
you
like
die.
Scrooge McDuck, and he's diving into like a giant vault of like gold coins.
Episode of Judge Judy going on.
Merlin's still unconscious. That's going to bring it to Tess then. You're 5 feet away from the top of the cliff.
Yeah, I'm going to make the last of that and just bolt directly to this guy.
You've got 45?
45.
So it's going to cost you 10 to get to the top. Yeah, it's going to cost you 10 to work your way up the 5 feet that are left.
Okay.
And he's 20 feet.
Yep. So I got 35 left.
You're good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I want to reach my way up over, do a sick like combat roll onto the flat ground above, just rake the bone saw along the ground as I just like Naruto run up to him and just try to cut him in half from the honey nuts up.
All right, let's do this thing.
I can't wait to roll well. Oh, that is 14 to hit.
14 is going to do it.
Please. All right, that's 12 damage.
Holy
12
crap!
Holy smokes.
7 on the die, plus
love the
5.
bone saw.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Very, very nice. Yeah, you can see Crossbow Guy panicking. He sees you running towards him. You can see he's trying to load a bolt into his crossbow fast enough, but you're way quicker. And you kill Crossbow Guy.
Heck yeah.
Out of initiative. Just that easy. Just that easy.
So simple. Did you guys all see me? That was really
Not bad at all.
We were spared seeing you Naruto Road, and I think that's a victory in and of itself.
darn it.
I really feel like we should talk about, because we talked about a little bit what we might do before this episode.
Oh, really?
Oh,
And they mentioned an idea, specifically Colin mentioned an idea that I thought was politely put brain dead, but it was really funny. I feel like you should mention it now.
Fine.
Tell me all about it. What did I miss?
Well, I mean, I was panicking a little bit and just throwing out ideas, and I thought, with my giant not lemon head, that we could open up the folding boat and use that as cover, sort of like a turtle shell over the group, so the guy couldn't shoot crossbow bolts at us.
Oh, that's not ridiculous.
Open a boat on an elevator,
It's only
50 feet up in the air.
it's only 10 feet long.
Like a little 8-foot boat, yeah.
Yeah.
We just talked about getting us stuck on an elevator. What do you think happens when you like go over the weight limit of those things?
We
Like,
went on with a horse carriage. We all had the weight of coffins
on that same elevator.
on the same elevator.
Oh, is it like a freight elevator?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. I thought that was like insta death.
There's not a little.
Elevator breaks, we all fucking crash and die within the first 10 minutes.
There's no tiny mustachioed guy in a little hat sitting here on the side. moving it up and down for us.
Going up.
Yeah. Tess gets this weird feeling she's being shit-talked, and she's like, we can still make that happen. Walking over to the mechanism.
I was like, don't give her ideas. She'd be like, Slash is on there.
Right.
Well, what do you guys want to do? Tess, what do you do? You're all up there by yourself. You want to go back to the asylum, check out that second floor you guys never checked out?
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
All right, good luck, everyone. I think Tess wants to let everyone know that crisis has been averted. So what she's going to do is she's going to take the body of Crossbow Guy. She's going to drag it over to the cliff, and she is going to push it out so it can be seen over by everyone, and hide behind it.
I like to think
I just rolled a natural 20.
I like to think an arrow and a cantrip smack this body in the face.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's 11 damage from me.
Yeah, he's dead. We don't.
He's dead.
He's very dead.
Gets like knocked back. It's okay. You got him. Wow. Thank you for saving me.
Fanfare.
And then she'll like poke her head out from behind the body, and say, "All right, I think that's everything. Do you want me to bring you back up so I can come on, or should I just turn the thing back on and try to climb down to you? Honestly, the way the day's been going, I don't really want to try that.
Let's go up.
All right." And I will try to pull the lever in a way that would cause the elevator to start to rise.
You want it to come back up and get you?
If possible, yeah.
Yeah, sure. You do that and hop right back on. No worries.
Awesome. I will do that. Yeah, I'll just give the crossbow guy a quick pat down while I'm waiting for the elevator to show up.
Crossbow. He's got that.
Sweet.
He has a sketch of Van Richten's face and 10 bolts.
It's something. Yeah, I guess I'll just take all of those things. And once everyone's back up, I'm just going to be like, is everyone okay?
Yeah, the guy got me in the shoulder, but I think we're okay. I think we kind of got to pick up the pace. Who knows if more people are coming? Let's get this elevator down.
All right. And I will crank that lever, jump on the elevator, and join the group as we hopefully make it all the way down this time.
All right, you guys make your way all the way to the bottom, hopefully. Off in the distance, too. I mean, at this point, you can see the water out there, right? It looks like once you hit the bottom, you're looking at, somewhere between a 20 to 30 minute walk to get to the actual water. It's a really wide beach. You can see the docks. You see the Mercy is over there, the boat that you showed up on. Looks like there's a handful of people over there by the Mercy. Hard to tell if they've, noticed you or not. They're just kind of loading crates and barrels and other things onto the boat before it sets sail tonight. If you guys remember, it's scheduled to leave tonight with Van Richten on it, which is kind of why you guys acted today. But there's people loading it up to get it ready for tonight. And if anyone has noticed you at this point, they haven't taken any action. It's hard to tell if anyone's noticed you or not, but I'm assuming you guys are still in robes and masks at this point. And
Yeah.
if anyone has noticed you, they haven't done anything about it yet.
Okay.
And you guys make your way all the way down to the bottom with no issues. No more asshole crossbow guys at the top. Make it all the way down.
Thank goodness.
What's the plan?
I feel like the plan at this point would be to give the docks a wide berth and sail on our own boat.
Think of all those rooms on the Mercy you didn't get to check out while you were on it the
Think
first
of all those
time.
vampires that are on the Mercy that can wreck our face.
Who's to say that there are vampires on there now?
It's true.
That's a face.
It's probably a lot of cool stuff on that boat.
I bet. All right, let's go there. No?
No.
No, it's not.
But yeah, no, Miles makes a good point. How long is this seashore? Like, could we feasibly, if we walked like an hour and a half, get out of sight of the docks? So like us summoning a boat and trying to get out of Dodge might not immediately catch their eye?
Yeah, absolutely. If I'd say to get to a point where you won't be visible from the docks, where they won't see you summon up this boat, I think an hour sounds about right. About an hour's walk. Right now, it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock at this point, somewhere around there.
That's cutting it close.
So you know that Hindfroth, if he wakes up on schedule, is going to be waking up like 2 to 3 hours from now.
Well, I mean, giving ourselves less of a head start, but not immediately being chased by vampires. I mean, I'd say it's probably worth it.
I agree.
Stealth is our biggest, asset here. We need to be quiet about getting out onto the ocean.
Merlin, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, which just sounds like heavy breathing from
Wheezing and panting.
Salash goes on to explain, and they would also not know our point of egress. They would not know our area of escape, so they don't know which direction we're necessarily going. For all they know, we still may be on the island. So any point in which we're not seen escaping is going to be to our benefit.
It's sand all the way there, though, yes?
And it's like, a mix of sand and like small rocks, and it's all flat though.
Yeah.
Still leaving traces.
you guys can drag Merlin to cover your footsteps.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Like a rake behind you.
On that note,
Pull him by the feet so his face is getting dragged around in the mud.
on the note of carrying, because Merlin can't walk for himself, and I don't think Van Richten can either. I'm pretty sure between the two of them, Merlin probably weighs more than Van Richten, so I'll carry Merlin if someone else wants to carry Van Richten.
I'll assist Van Richten.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the two casters and I have like a grand total of 25 strength between us.
Yeah.
About there.
Yeah.
Van Richten too, yeah. I mean, he can, if you at least give him some shoulders to lean on, like he'll keep up. He'll do his best. He's still conscious, but yeah, he's
Running low.
He doesn't even have any fun quips for you right now. He's
wow.
just sweaty and feverish, and just take me to where we're going, please. I need to lie down.
Of course. All right, let's get moving.
While we're going down and while all those plans are being made and we're looting the bodies, I just want to, I look around. Merlin's already wearing armor. 3 of us probably can't do the armor. And then I just wave Lustra over and we're going to try and get him wearing that shiny breastplate.
Lustra will definitely not contest that. Yes, Lustra will totally love some breastplate.
Very good, very good. Yeah, if you guys help Lustra put it on, then you can get that done in a matter of minutes. You could have had that on before hitting the ground here with the elevator. That's not an issue at all. Pretty simple stuff to put on and off medium armor, especially when you have help.
Awesome.
So yeah, absolutely. That's good. What does that bring your AC up to?
A +3 now. I went from 13 to 16.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So
very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's huge. All right. So when we get to the bottom, I'll carry Merlin, Linara, and someone else possibly help Van Richten. Let's go across the shore. And do we want to go at a stealthy pace or normal?
I don't think we have time for full-on stealth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're just going to go at a normal pace then.
Normal. Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you guys too, like here at the bottom of the cliff, like it's mostly flat land, right? Like there's no convenient giant rock wall to hide behind or anything. I mean, you can be as stealthy as you want. You're out in the open. If they see you, they see you.
Fair.
I think really
Yeah. Distance
you
is
guys-
the best option right now.
it really is. Yeah. Get out of here, get as far away as possible. And if anyone does see you walking on the beach, it's like Salash said episodes ago, just hope that they think you own the place. Try to look like you're supposed to be there, I guess. You are still in robes and cloaks.
That's it, too. And if they see us, we'll see them.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
No doubt. And there are people over there by the Mercy. You figure at least somebody has probably looked over their shoulder and noticed that there's people down here, but no one's acted on it. So,
Okay.
walk like you own the place.
Exactly.
I'm worried about optimism, but you know what? I think we've earned it by now.
Oh, God. I hope
We've
so.
earned one piece of good luck.
So you guys are going to walk. Do you want a particular direction? Does it matter? The docks are on like the eastern side of the island. You want to go north or south?
I feel like we should ask Van Richten. Van Richten, do you know of how to escape this dread, this domain of dread?
He says, we'll have to make it to the mists. Find us water. Sail for the mists.
So no particular direction, just the mists.
Honestly, just away from the island.
And you guys know, you've kind of figured out at this point, too, that the domains of dread in general, every single one's like a bubble, and the mist is like this space in between the bubbles. So the mist is always going to be on the outskirts of a domain, right? It's on the outside of the bubble. It's like that for every single one of them.
Yeah, and it's not like we're going to, if we leave on the north side of entering the mist, there's no guarantee that we're going to go to anywhere different than if we entered the mist in a different direction.
It's true, yeah. So if you assume that the island's like right in the middle of the bubble, then the mist is, it doesn't matter which direction you go, it's equidistant.
Just hitting the fast travel zone.
We'll just go and say north just for sake of brevity.
For funsies?
Yep. And I think Lustra will take that crossbow bolt that he got hit by, take it over his shoulder, and he'll break the shaft and hold a piece of the shaft and kind of pocket just a portion of that wood.
Sure thing. You guys walk for an hour towards the north then, with Van Richten and Merlin in tow. And you're not stopped. You make it to a point where you're confident, like you no longer see the docks, so they no longer see you. You are out of sight.
I think this is our moment. What else can we do?
Let's get out.
To the water.
Yep.
I guess we'll rifle through Merlin's pockets. Did he have the...
Yeah, I would have the cigar box that you're looking for.
Yeah, I guess while someone grabs the cigar box, I'm just going to take a moment to check on Merlin, make sure that he's doing okay.
Yeah, he seems to be doing all right. You want to make like a medicine check roll to...
Yeah, I mean,
12's the number. That's just a homebrewed number, but it's always 12 if anyone's curious. That's the number I used to let them determine how many hours an unconscious player is going to be out.
Yeah, I mean, it's always better to have more knowledge than less. 21.
21 after that walk. Looks like Merlin, he's already doing better. He's probably going to be conscious again in another hour.
Okay.
It was two hours total is what I rolled, and one of them's already gone.
All right. She'll grab the cigar box and just say, "Don't worry, Merlin. We'll be on our way out of here by the time you wake up. And let's head to the water. I guess we'll want to go somewhere like deep enough to just house the boat so we don't have to push it. Or
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. Sure.
let's do it. Yep. Okay. Nibelina.
Boom.
Or I'm assuming you want the bigger boat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Nibelina Day
It would be just day.
You say the,
or just day? Yeah.
you say the magic word for the big boat. And sure enough, I mean, actually, in the room that you found this, you guys stopped it from unfolding all the way because you didn't want it to like slam into the ceiling and wake up vampires. But now that you're out in the open and you give this folding boat a chance to fully unfold, I'll go over the dimensions again. When it's all said and done, when this thing's all unfolded, you've got yourself a 24-foot-long boat. It's 8 feet wide. She's 6 feet deep. It's got a deck. It has 5 rowing seats. It has 5 sets of oars. It has an anchor. It's got a big old steering oar in the back of the boat. It's got a mast with a big square sail. And it's got a little deck cabin towards the back of the boat that has 2 beds that unfold inside of it. There's a cabin with 2 beds.
Beds.
The boat itself big enough to comfortably hold 15 people if it had to. So this is a nice sized boat. It's a very nice sized boat.
Oh, guys, We have a thing.
Our first stroke of luck.
Well, let's get on and get
right.
the hell out of here. We don't want to go encounter blessings yet. Let's wait until we get to the mists.
Yeah. Does anyone know how to sail a boat?
I think all of you understand oars.
Yeah.
No, we've had our raft castle experience. This is just a big raft castle.
And this isn't like a giant galley. This is, think like Viking longship with, this single big ass sail and a bunch of oars. Like there's really not much to it. There's a rudder in the back. And the only difference between this and a Viking ship really is that there's that nice little deck cabin on top with 2 beds in it. I don't think that's very typical of the Viking style ship. I don't think. But the rest of it's that style. It's not like the triple masted
Like galleys and
Mercy that's not too far away from here. The Mercy would be hard to sail, but this no.
Are you sure you guys don't want to steal the Mercy?
Yeah.
You good?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess we'll all clamber in.
Would Van Richten be healthy enough to steer?
He is already passed out.
Yeah, we need to put him to bed.
Yeah, we put Merlin and Van Richten in the respective beds, I think.
Yep.
Van Richten, of course he argues, like, of course I can row. Give me some oars. Barely gets that sentence out, though, before he essentially, like, passes out in whoever's giving him a shoulder. He passes out in Lenara's arms.
So I say that we get Van Richten and Merlin to bed. Tess, you keep an eye on both of them on their state. Lenara, you can steer. Salash and I can row.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go.
All right. Does Merlin like this plan? If he was conscious, would he approve?
Yeah, if he was conscious, he would approve. Yeah.
Continue snoring if you like this plan.
Say nothing. All right, fair enough. Let's get to rowing. Man,
Oh, God.
you guys are in a boat on the water. I'm looking around the room. For some reason, you guys look more nervous now than you were when you were inside an asylum.
We have no idea what the fuck the mists are going to do to us.
Literal uncharted waters.
If we even get to the mists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we do get to the mists, our first, transition through the mists wasn't exactly what we call a cakewalk.
Well, you start making progress. You start rowing away and getting yourself towards these mists. What we're going to have to talk about here, though, is some rowing checks, essentially. We're going to do a series of checks here, basically to see how well you do at rowing. But just like about everything else about this escape, this is more about time than it is whether or not you pull it off. Like we don't need to roll dice to determine if you can row. You can row. The question is, how much distance can you put between yourself and the shore right now? Unfortunately, the first hour has Van Richten and Merlin unable to help. So the remaining 4 of you, I'm assuming, like I said, 24-foot boats. So you can absolutely keep an eye on, they're right there, right?
Yeah.
You can keep an eye on Van Richten and
I'll
Merlin
take
and
the
still
oar
do some
closest
rowing.
to the door.
There you go. It's not a giant boat.
Mm-hmm.
But what it's going to come down to, though, is a group athletics check.
Okay.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take the average. Unfortunately, I'm taking the average of your group of 5, and one of you isn't rolling. So that's not good. That's not a good start. But we're going to add up all your athletics checks, divide by 5. There's no fail here. We're just determining how far you get. There's
Stress
no fail.
athletics, baby.
Adam, how'd you do?
I rolled everything together a 1.
When it's all said and done, you got a 1.
I got a 1.
Okay, David?
Lenara is so gassed.
Lustra, big, strong dragonborn boy, got an 18.
18. Hold on, let me do the math here. 18 plus 1.
Did you carry the 0?
Miles, how'd Slash do?
Well, 1 + 1 - 3.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yay, I'm not the worst.
So -1.
Oh, you guys canceled each other out.
There we go.
Oh, God.
Did
Colin?
Tess roll a 50?
Tess rolled a 4.
Holy fuck. That's not good at all.
Lustra rowing this boat all by himself.
Right?
Yeah, that's a 4, I think.
Oh man, I was expecting a little bit better than that, guys. I was expecting a slightly higher number than that.
I think we were too.
That's why I
Once-
wasn't being optimistic.
Once we average it all out, it looks like you guys got a 4 on your group check.
Fuck.
You got a 4. Like I said, there's no fail here. It's a matter of how much distance you put between yourselves and the shore. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Can still see the shore after an hour.
Great.
It's right there,
Yeah,
really.
We're still in the water though. We haven't.
We shouldn't all be on the same side. Oh, that's what it... Oh!
Slash, you're sitting backwards.
The good news is that after an hour of rowing, Merlin wakes up.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Merlin, you're back in it. You're up.
I'm
with 1
expected to
HP.
row right away. I just
You can do what
woke
you
up.
want.
I was.
Do whatever you want.
hey, you threw up, passed out, and rallied. I'm sure you've gone through worse.
You fell on your axe,
Merlin.
almost died.
Marlon, please, we need your help.
You can just swim back to the shore. It's a short swim from here.
Don't even need to roll.
Well, I mean, after just doing a right turn, maybe that's
Make
that's
a
the
wade
best thing.
check.
All right, I'll join in.
You joining in?
Yeah.
So you guys want to do another athletics check here then?
Yeah, man.
Oh, please.
Miles, how'd you do this
I
time?
got a nat 20.
There we
So
go.
20 plus 1 minus 3, so that's 18.
David, how'd you do?
I'm losing a bit of gas, but I'm still holding strong. 15 when everything is said and done.
15 when it's all said and done. Adam?
Lenara's trying to push herself harder. She's got a 6 this time.
Colin?
Tess apparently didn't get the memo, so she's still facing backwards. She got a 1.
Oof.
Okay. Are you guys ready for the guy who was +5 in athletics?
Who's actually our strongest? Yeah.
What you got, boy?
I got 5.
Man.
I just woke up. Give me a break.
Oh, Jesus.
So with the stress, it brings you to,
Yeah, so now it's +3, and I
Right.
rolled a 2.
Jeez.
The lizard people are just carrying this boat.
Average there was a 9. It's better.
It's better than double.
More than double the distance. More than double the distance after 2 hours of rowing. The shore at this point is barely visible. Like you can see most of the island, right? You're far out enough that you can see both ends of the island. It's slowly getting smaller off in the distance. It's also right about this time that if things are going to schedule, you're probably minutes away from Hindfroth realizing what's going on. Oh boy. Moments away from him realizing that. You assume he's probably waking up right about now. And hard to imagine he's not going to realize that Van Richten isn't there. So that's probably happening back at the asylum just to make you feel better.
Oh, I feel so good about it.
Maybe he needs to take an adorable bubble bath.
He needs to do his face routine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get his coffee.
I mean,
yeah.
he hasn't had any psychic warnings. Maybe he's just going to take his time. It'll be fine.
We'll see. You guys did put some disc. You've got the head start. There's no question about that. Merlin, how you feeling now that you're up?
Better. I mean, still probably exhausted at 1 HP, but yeah. It's up to, him, I think, to get this boat far out.
It was, it's been a rough go. It's been a rough go. None of you are quite the same as you were when you first stepped on this island. This island left some marks.
Yeah.
Left some marks.
Not all of us are leaving. In some cases, literally.
Yeah.
Not all of the pieces. Whatever.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, the arm's still, Slash's arm's in the bag of holding, right?
yeah,
It's still
true,
coming
true.
with us. It's just not attached to him anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lenara, Adam's got double the amount of characters now. It was, it's been, none of you are quite the same when we leave this island, and we're still, unfortunately, in Dominia, though. You're not at a Dominia yet. It ain't over yet. So you keep on rowing away. You keep on chugging along. There's not much more you can do. The island keeps disappearing in the background. And as you're all kind of just sitting here, rowing in unison, your thoughts kind of go back to the conversation Lustra promised to bring back up when we were back on the boat. Thoughts go back to that potion that mysteriously got dropped, spilled by Slash. Thoughts go back to what Teth said in the hallway of the asylum about Slash having a little friend. These are details that you're all aware of. You guys have, I guess, varying levels of knowledge about Slash's friend, but at this point, you've all heard something. And it's Slash's little friend that starts a conversation out of nowhere in the middle of all the rowing. You just hear this, hey, look, I know sitting there rowing in silence, kind of a nice break and all, but we gonna address that elephant in the room you was planning to address, or what?
He says that to all of us?
Says that voice comes out of nowhere, out loud, on the boat.
Yes, I do believe it is time.
Give me one reason I should put any stock in anything you say now.
Slash pulls out the wedding vows that he took off of Peter. He throws them to the deck. Remember when you had explained to me what I was doing here, what I was looking for, and I said I was looking to people watch, to study in the best way possible. That is absolutely the truth. However, it would seem that in my study, I have found myself lost. I am not entirely familiar with how I am lost. I just simply know that I have these human characteristics about myself that I don't necessarily have any control of. Some might call it emotion, others might call it passion, others might call it ambition. But however it manifests, it certainly drives me in a way that is sometimes overwhelming. My friend here may be a manifestation of that. Sometimes he makes me do things outside of my own control. In the same way that somebody might have a fit of passion or a momentary insanity, it would appear that I have similar bouts. For the most part, we agree on many of the subjects. And being very utilitarian, this often means that I agree with the most useful of us. And I would be lying if I said I didn't find some kind of twisted joy in it. It has made me do less than desirable things to this group.
So, when it comes to this altar, we could call it, would that be the thing to call it? What should we call you?
What am I? I'm, like a Slash is sitting there. This like jet black, this patch of ink slithers its way past the collar of Slash's shirt, and it settles on Slash's neck and forms this like tattoo-like image of like a dragon's head. And it says, you just think of me of like, I'm Slash's tattoo. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Slash's tattoo. Why did you feel it necessary to almost kill one of us?
What do you mean? Oh, the potion thing?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, that was just a big misunderstanding.
What is there to understand? Why are you bringing this up now? Less than a few hours ago, Slash was willing to have us all believe that he had destroyed the potion because it couldn't be used for himself. He was willing to believe that he would rather have us die than reveal anything about you. What's changed?
Well, hey, look, I'll admit, in the heat of battle, things were looking good. Like he said, I suggested to Slash, in all the confusion, maybe it's best if we just drank the potion instead, self-preservation and all. Heat of battle. There's a lot of confusion going around, And in the process, he accidentally spilled the whole thing. It was an accident. Accident is my fault, by the way.
Insight check. I want to see if he's lying or not.
Sure.
Can I join in on that?
Sure.
That is an 8.
Okay.
12.
Hard thing to read. Hard thing to read, a tattoo that has no body, no facial expression.
Is the little mouth moving, or it's there and it's like a telepathic thing, or it's like a shadow puppet on his body?
Is Lenara like looking to check?
Yeah.
It appears as if it kind of notices you. It's checking. It's like, oh, well, you're comfortable because the mouth ain't moving. Yeah, a lot of people. Is this better? And the ink shifts and takes the shape of your face. Does it make you feel more comfortable?
Just fascinating. Just trying to figure you out.
Look, anyway, like I was saying, none of that was on purpose. What Slash did was an accident. I suggested it. I apologize. But while we're on the subject, what if he had done that on purpose? That'd be a bad thing, really? I mean, last few days kind of sucked, sure. I mean, hell, we lost an arm, and we're super stressed out over here, let me tell you. But Tess, the one who stopped us all in the middle of a hallway, middle of a jailbreak, to call me out. Right in the heat of the escape. We needed to all focus, work together. She thought it was a good idea to spread distrust. Plant that seed of doubt about Slash.
I thought it was a good idea to let everyone know just who or what we are working with.
Oh, is that what it was? Great timing, great timing. See, I assumed maybe you just actually wanted to know.
What other time would there
Slash's-
be? What other time would there be? You are going to maybe certain death. You were there.
Before, after, those would have been better times if you asked me. People could have heard us. We had to go. Look, I apologize for the potion thing, but you want the truth? That's why, because your emotions are going to get us all killed. That's why I thought maybe it was a good idea to leave you behind. I apologize. I think we should, hit the reset button or whatever they call it. But in the interest of being truthful, that's why. Because I think your emotions are going to kill all of us.
Okay, so if we're going to go and hit the restart button here, because I know emotions are running high, how about this? We'll do what I do back home, and that is that normally, if we're going to work as a team, if we're all going to be Venari here, we need to figure out what each of us is really fucking good at and stick to that, and so that we have a better idea of working together as a clan. So, for me, I have to be good at hunting beasts, wolves, whatever. I can go and get us food, I can forage, I'm great for that. That's all I'm known for. That's what my whole life's purpose has been, and among others. So that's what I'm good at. Lenara, what is your vocation? What is the thing that you can bring to this group?
That depends upon the day, it seems now. I am good with people, and depending on what's left of my fractured mind, I can keep everybody alive.
Okay, so we got someone who can get food. We got someone who can heal. Tess, what about you?
What about me?
I'm wondering what you offer to the clan, because we need to get an idea of what we're working with, like you said, and this is the best way that we can go about it right now. I'm sorry that I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting all of us on the spot, but we need to guide the conversation in a more constructive way.
I notice things, but apparently I have horrible timing. And I will get us all killed. That's what I'm good at.
I'm with Tess. This is kind of bullshit. We've all kind of made it this far, and you're asking us to prove ourselves now.
No,
Meanwhile, there's a talking tattoo.
We'll get to that. I'm just saying is that we need to better identify what we are as a group.
Why don't we better identify what the fuck is on our boat right now?
And we're getting to that. I'm just saying is that I want to start with something positive, which most of us
Okay.
are, right? We have all amazing things all to offer here, right? And I figure we better do that, and then we can, address Slash and his personalities. So, Tess.
I told you the truth. I am very good at noticing things. I'm fast. I'm quiet.
So we have me who can hunt and forage. We have a healer. We have someone who's nimble and perceptive and keep a good lookout. Merlin.
Merlin, what? You know what? Why don't you just piss off over there? And you, whatever you are, why don't you take the shape of a fucking dildo and shove it up Solash's ass? Because I don't want to hear any of it.
Okay,
we
so
really should have left him back at the asylum.
So we have someone ambitious and we have someone who's definitely good with weapons because you've cut off a lot of creatures' heads and good in a fight.
And we have a milk toast, apparently.
So, that being said, now we get to Salash. What are you offering to the group?
The only thing I've ever had to offer this group, which is words. I'm a speaker more than anything else. I know how to talk to people, identify, examine, investigate. That is my whole reason right now, and it is what I excel at.
Okay, so knowing all of that, Mr. Tattoo, or whatever you choose to call yourself.
No, that's fine. I like that. Mr. Tattoo.
What are you providing to this group?
Me? What am I good at?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at keeping Salash alive. That's what I'm good at. If he dies, I die. I die, he dies. That's how this shit works. So I keep him alive. Pretty damn good at it.
He saved my life once already.
And, really, if you think about it, works out for you folks pretty good, because this situation we got ourselves in right now, I won't lie, I don't think just me and him can get ourselves out. So we need you. I need you to help him so that he can help me, and then I can help. It's the circle of life. That's what's going on here.
So, and that's kind of, it seems like you got ahead of me on my point. And my point being is that realize that while you are looking out for Salash because you live and die with Salash, realize that all of us are together in this as fucking Venari, and we all live or die together. So, smashing potions in the heat of battle isn't good for the clan, so make sure you don't do something like that again.
Won't happen again. You have my apologies.
Okay. And Salash, if you lose control of that kind of thing or you're feeling uncomfortable, let us know. So, now that we have that all sorted, we need to go and get into those goddamn mists. Stick with what we're good at, and I'm sure we'll get through just fine. Do we have any problems here?
Yes, big problems, but I'm just going to keep rowing for now. But for the meanwhile, I'm not talking to that freak.
I'm not saying you have to like him. I'm just saying is that we have to work together if we're going to survive.
Never did, never will.
He's got away with words. Give him a chance. I know it's life and death and all that stuff, but I mean, it works better if we do like each other. I know it'll take a while for that to happen, right? But I like all of you guys. Heck, I even love all you guys.
I like all of yous too.
Like, there's just awkward silence.
Look the room just gave me. That's good.
That's like deadpan stares Salash's neck.
Yeah, just stop rowing.
I'm just saying is that, at least in my opinion, life is only as good as your greatest vocation. And all of us offered what we can offer for this. So as long as we can continue to that, we don't have to like it, but as long as we can do that for the greater of the clan, that's what matters. It's not a comfortable way to live. It's not a comfortable way of going about things, but it is something that will get us out of this domain of dread, back home, and out of fucking here.
I don't expect any of you to like me, but it is very simple math that we stand a better chance escaping and surviving together than against each other.
So will your friend stop doing things to antagonize us now? Sorry, well, we don't have to dance around it. Mr. Tattoo?
Yeah, Mr. Tattoo. That's what they call me.
Will you...
That's what they call me. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
You captured my good side. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I feel better now that this has gotten off my chest.
Do you have a chest?
He's gotten off my chest.
Turns himself into like a chest. A very busty chest.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Does this make you comfortable?
I'm not sure. How clearly self-preservation is important. So at what point will your pragmatism turn to backstabbing? We've seen an example of it already. I am willing to let bygones be bygones if it means we're all fighting to survive.
Okay, like I said, I apologize about that whole thing. If I could do it over again, I wouldn't suggest that to Slash. We're stressed out over here. We're dealing with we have a lot of stress.
Well, one thing I want to hear is you apologize to Tess for about the bad timing. Get that water under the bridge, because right now, this is going to be the biggest, and I point to the tattoo and Tess, this is going to be the biggest point of contention for a while, and this needs to be resolved if we're actually going to work together in a more efficient manner. So, I want you to apologize to Tess.
I'm very sorry, Tess.
Insight check there.
It forms into a face with like a pouting mouth and like two little fists rubbing underneath its eyes, and I'm very sorry. Do you want to insight check the sorry?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, it's not good enough to read this thing. This thing's hard to read.
I assume it's not sorry anyway.
This thing's hard to read.
Well, I asked for the apology, so I'm going to do an insight check too. No, that's nothing, no.
So
All right,
it's made emojis. It can't be bad.
Tess,
yeah, you do have my apologies, though. I'm sorry. I don't plan to answer your other question. I have no intentions of stabbing anybody in the back. My sole purpose is to keep Slash alive. And with all this stress, I was kind of under the impression that Tess here was hindering that. I'm sorry.
Justin's pouting in real life.
Slash is here like, I can't help but feel like you're talking through me. As Slash looks to Tess, and for what it's worth, Tess, I have a lot to learn from you. You may not trust me, but I hope you can at least teach me. Because in spite of what Mr. Tattoo might say, I do have a significant interest in understanding what drives your emotions and how one might be able to utilize them better.
Tess is going to take a deep breath in, let out just like, not a sigh, just exhale with frustration, and is going to say, Mr. Tattoo.
Yeah, Mr. Tattoo, that's what they call me these days.
Yep, it's a beautiful name.
Thank you. I like yours, too.
I appreciate it.
I think me and you are going to be good friends.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I accept your apology.
And Tess's face is like very stony, like neutral, just like no expression.
No matter what you say, or the shoe on the other foot, I hope you can believe that I would not have made the same decision you did. Because no matter what, death here is something I would not wish on my worst enemy.
And she'll go back to rowing.
Does anybody have alcohol?
I love Merlin so much.
Slash sort of, exhales loudly, says, I could use with some alcohol as well.
I think it's all out. I think we threw it all at Frank.
No, you're not all out of alcohol. We do need to take a quick little inventory, but you're not out. That's for sure. You at least have the bottle that Van Richten found downstairs during that fight.
Right.
At the very least, you have that, and I feel like you probably have more. But tell me what you've got. Tell me what you got written on your character sheets, alcohol-wise. What's going on?
We have the 1 keg of alcohol minus
4 shots?
4 shots plus 3 from Adam's Merlin gag. Or it's like, we have 3, no, 4, no, 3, no, 4, no, 3. So it's that keg minus at least 3 shots, plus I think 2 more that Merlin just drank at the start of the night, or at the start of the day.
So we had, you guys have a mini keg and a bottle. Is there anything else going on?
I think that's everything.
I think that's
Yeah,
everything.
Anyone else have anything?
No.
So the bottle's like wine bottle size, so we'll call that 5 uses, I guess. You get 5 uses, whether a use is Merlin chugging down some wine or you throwing some at a cerebral vampire, whatever you want to do with it. But there's 5 doses in the bottle.
We're never going to see those guys again.
The mini keg. When I say mini keg, I mean like one of those like little Heineken things you can buy at like the liquor store. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's one of those, right? It's not like you don't have a couple 100 pounds worth of alcohol.
Not a
with you here.
buttload.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's like one of those Heineken things, which I think essentially holds a little over a 12-pack of beer. I think
5
it's right-
liters. Yeah.
Like 18.
Pretty sure. It's
12
it's
or 18.
a little over a 12-pack. So we'll say there's the equivalent of a 12-pack. You used. Oh, I said it was hard liquor, though, right?
Yeah.
You've done what, like 4? Let's just, instead of sitting here and doing math for 30 minutes about how many shots should be in this mini keg, I'm saying that you've got 10 uses left in it. That whatever size it needs to be to make you happy with that, that's the size it is. There's 10 uses in there, 5 in your bottle of wine.
Cool.
Okay, excellent.
We do have a bunch of mason jars in the bag of holding filled with limbs if we want more grenades.
Yeah, you can make some more grenades.
Fair.
15 doses overall. Merlin, how many are you drinking right now, though? Let's resolve that. I feel like you're at a point right now where you need one. You need one, or we're rolling stuff.
Especially after Lustra-led therapy. Yeah, really.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely could crush a double shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. It's been a rough day. So I think Merlin gets into the booze a little bit. We'll bring that 15 down to a 13.
Yeah.
That's
After
fair.
Yeah, that sounds about
That sounds fair.
Sounds fair to me.
Like, Merlin's had a rough day. I would accept him even having a 3-shot day. He's fumbled his way to unconsciousness twice.
we'll get there.
So we'll bring the 13 down to the 15. Or 15 down to the 13.
Damn it.
Is that how the...
Yeah,
That's how math works.
That's how math
right?
works, yeah.
Every time Sobe drinks, it's getting more and more full. We need more jars.
13 left.
Ian back.
13 left. While we're on the subject, though, should we talk about other items? You guys, we're...
Yeah, we got that dagger from
Yeah,
Frank.
the rusty knife.
Yeah,
We're going to be out here a bit, so...
you are. So there's certainly no rush, but you can do whatever. We're kind of at that point of the day where you guys are, kind of winding down. You're not that far from needing to lie down, that kind of thing. So
We've all lost a lot of blood.
absolutely. So it's up to you. You can mess with these another time. Just kind of reminding you they exist.
Is there anything else we wanted to check that was magic?
I think
Wasn't
it
there
might
a
just-
dagger?
If I'm not mistaken,
Not yet, but I mean,
if
well,
I'm not mistaken, you've got a dagger, a necklace, and a book.
yeah. I would definitely like to take a peek at that necklace.
Okay. The necklace, you spend enough time with it to figure it out. The wearer of this necklace, it does require attunement, but the wearer of this necklace gets a +1 bonus to their AC.
Oh.
It's a nice little necklace. It's got a golden chain, and where a gemstone would typically be hanging is this like tiny little silver urn. And it looks like there's actual ashes inside the urn. But wearing this around your neck and attuning to it gives you +1 bonus to AC.
Nice.
Anybody?
Well, I mean, Merlin and I are usually the frontliners.
I just
Lustra's
got,
found an affinity for the bow.
Yeah.
So
And I've also got breastplate now, so.
and so I guess that leaves you or me.
I mean, frontliners should have high AC, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
Yeah.
give it to Tess.
Give it to
Yeah,
Tess.
That's
give it
my
to Tess.
vote anyway.
Yeah.
Has some pretty jewelry.
I look at the bone saw, look at the necklace. Well, I guess I'll take that dagger too.
Speaking of which, I think Merlin will have checked out that dagger in the time that necklace was being inspected.
While that was happening,
Yeah.
this dagger, I almost don't want to tell you what it does, but I mean, I think I have to, or else.
Is it cursed?
The dagger is a +1 magical dagger, but it's an absolute piece of shit. And if you roll a 1, if you fumble with this dagger, it breaks. It doesn't matter that it's magic. If you fumble with this +1 dagger, it's done.
Oh.
That's it.
That's it. That's all there is to her. And I mean, we might as well do you guys want the third item description?
book.
Why not, right?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
Book is a tome of clear thought. Contains the memory and logic exercises. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book, you get +2 intelligence.
Merlin?
Once somebody uses the book, it loses its magic. Regains it in a century, so you can use it again in 100 years.
Oh, well, I call second dibs.
There you go. You'll still be young enough.
I'll be a genius in 5 centuries.
Anyone help Tess with her necklace? Do the clasp in the back for her.
Ah, that's cursed,
What
isn't
is
it?
this, a jewelry shop? No, put it on yourself. This isn't K's.
Slash will help put the necklace on.
Oh, that's
Oh
nice.
no, I'm good.
nice.
I'm good. I'm fine.
No,
Don't
let us
worry.
help. You just stay still. We got this.
Oh yes, last time you were this close to being behind me, you were like, meat is weak, and
Yeah,
I
no
nearly
doubt.
vomited in my mouth a little bit.
It's true. It's true.
Let me make it up to you.
Oh,
Tess just like shrinks down.
I lied to you about the necklace. You put it around your neck, and it immediately tightens up, suffocates Tess. Her eyes start to pop out of her head. She drops to the bottom of the deck of the boat. Looks like she's suffocating. And we're going to be rolling some initiative to hopefully save Tess next week.
Oh my god! What the?
There it is.